Hello, I'm Jake, the Rambling Gamer, and today I wanted to do something that I've done before, which is kind of the in defense video. The last one that I did it for was the Tiger handhelds. Back in the day, I actually really enjoyed those, and feels kind of like they might have a bad rap, or they're the butt of the joke. So I have a video kind of defending that. But as we go like next gen and all of the brand new games, one of the other genres that kind of gets pushed aside is the old retro sports games. And for me, I understand why it's not as popular. Like I said, it's not multiplayer, it's not online. And because of that, I think a lot of the younger audiences or even other players just don't see the point of going back and playing Madden when you have Madden 2014 and you could play online and you have leagues and they're actual players from that year. When what I kind of want to go through is why each individual sport is always a lot of fun in the gaming world. First, I want to start with, let's see, my favorite is hockey. I really enjoy the hockey, and it's not because I'm a hockey fan in real life. I don't have a team that I follow. I don't watch college hockey. I don't watch the NHL. But when it comes, let's see here, let me find one. NHL. I've got plenty of games down here, and I know I grabbed one of those either on the original Xbox. There we go. There we go. NHL 2001, right? You take this one game right here. You might see this on the shelf at your retro gaming store and think, like, that's not worth $1.99. That's not even going to be that fun to play. But what's really fun about the old school hockey and the hockey on, like, Genesis or Super Nintendo is it's just a really dumbed down version. I just always find that however good the graphics get, and however far back you go in the series or how many years you go back on your consoles, that it's always the very simple pass the puck, shoot, pass the puck, block. Or it's just always been very simple mechanics. And I found on the PS1, this one, the AI is a little bit, if you put it on easy, it should be easy, but this, you want a second player in the room for that one. But this one, NHL 2002, on the PlayStation 2, is definitely a step up. You got a lot more options. I loved going from this one. And there's also, I have an original, let's see here. I have NHL on the original Xbox. Like I said, I just kind of pulled everything out that I wanted to talk about. I got a lot of games. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. ESPN NHL Hockey, which is different than the regular EA, like the Madden 2002, Madden 2001. This is kind of different. ESPN NHL Hockey. Let's see if we can get a good look on there on the original Xbox. And again, very simple mechanics. You put it on easy, and that's the challenge that you get. Me, a lot of the things that can bother me is if when you go online, there's so many people, there's so many games that it's just too hard to expect that as you come in as a new player, you're going to be grouped in with new players. It used to be with Halo that they had like brackets and they tried to put beginners with beginners, but as gaming has just gotten too big. It's too big to do that. There's too many players. But when you come back to these sports games, if you're looking to just relax with a hockey game where you don't have an actual person screaming in your ear or whatever, you just want to win, that's where this one comes in handy. This is very easy on easy. NHL 2015 is easy on easy. And that's just what's so great about going back. Fight Night Round 3. I love the boxing genre. Fight nights are a lot of fun. You can go all the way back to 2000, Fight Night 2000. I got that one. Let's see. So one with, yeah, here it is. Knockout Kings 2000. About got Ali on there. Check it out. Let's see if you can see that price tag. $199. It's got the manual. It's in mint. This is like a $35 game. I got it for $1.99. And it's fun. You go back, you see that it's a PlayStation 1 game. And I have a fighting stick that, if any PlayStation 1 game early on didn't use a second thumbstick. So if you have the fighting stick for the PS2, you can put in the older PS1 games and be able to use it just like an arcade. And that's where something like this is a lot of fun. And I always found like Fight Night's not easy. Fight Night is one of those games that even if you put it on easy, you have a lot to figure out. If you don't watch boxing religiously, like if you don't know about training, if you don't know what they go through and what different exercises they do and what stamina is and all of that, it's a hard learning curve. But once you figure out a Fight Night game, it's quite the accomplishment. And now I have it on its hardest setting. I could barely pass it on easy. Now I have it on its hardest setting. I'm going, please will you make another Fight Night? We have Fight Night Champion. It was awesome, and I'm still playing it. And that game came out. I have a video on that. Go check it out if you want to. I'm not going to start that rant again. One thing about the sports games that I love is you always have these two things, right? You've got the ESPN hardcore simulation. You know, it's going to have the popular athletes of that time. It's going to be very realistic. Everybody's going to pat, blah, 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 and then you get the fun stuff, right? These basketball games is all about just getting the ball, heading towards the hoop, pushing that crazy, juke and jive button to get rid of your blocker, or you could do those crazy alley-oops, and this is over the top, super fun stuff. This is definitely, this is ESPN and have the announcers and have the stats and all of that, but every sports genre and every type of sport has something that's just completely just insane. Like, let's see, I should have a few more examples of that. Here we go. Like, remember Blitz? NFL Blitz? This is all about the turbo button, crazy just tackles. You can tackle after the whistle. You go running after your guy. He's got flips. The ball will catch on fire. What about NBA Jam? NBA Jam is the most unrealistic basketball game on the face of the planet, but it's awesome. I actually have it, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I do. In the box. NBA Jam, right? Now, they might have continued to connect, too, but that's what I'm using up there. They might not have some fancy app, or they don't even care about the stupid thing anymore, but I used it. 2-camera show now. But I did, let's go through a little bit more. Baseball. Baseball has always been fun. And what I tried to mention in that other boxing, why we shouldn't go to just MMA, which is the stand-up, use your fist, use your feet, bloody, it's quick and over with, done quick. If that's better than boxing, that's fine. But when you take it out of gaming, you're leaving behind all of these games that we started with. Boxing was on the original NES. It was on the Commodore. Olympic stuff was on the Commodore. Like golf is on the Genesis. If you're just dropping boxing, you're not acknowledging that you have Fight Night Champion. You have Fight Night fans. You have Fight Night fans like you have skate fans waiting for that next entry. And even though it's just maybe it dips in its popularity, but I don't understand why we don't get it at all. It used to be a yearly thing. Madden's still yearly. Madden gets it every year. And I've gone through, and they're always really, really cheap. If you go to like your Goodwill, you can pick up all the Maddens. I have Madden 2001 all the way to 2006, but I'm missing 2003. But Crossing my fingers for Christmas. But I think most of all, the baseball. And you go back and you've got Mario. Mario played baseball. You go all the way back, Mario played tennis. But I think we could have done something with boxing in the Kinect that would have been neat. Maybe move that way for the next fight night or something. But I don't know. We've got... One of the things that's worrying is how cheap the sports games are. That it looks like EA is just going to pick the one genre that sells, and that's the game you're going to get that year. But there's just so much fun that you got to be the type that don't look at a game going, this sucks. Look at it going, somebody found this entertaining enough to make it a game. Like, where is the enjoyment? Because like I said, when I first started playing a Fight Night, and that's a sports game, I wanted to just throw it through the wall. I just wanted to take it and I wanted to call somebody. If I had a phone number, I wanted to call and say, look, I have this on easy, and I can't win. I'm getting beat on easy, and it's insane. But the truth was, it's a complicated game. And that's how I looked at it, and that's, you buckle down, you learn how to do the game, and then you wait for the next game. Because usually that was the process. Even with Tony Hawk, by the time that you're putting these games on expert and you're going through challenging yourself, you get to the end of that experience, you already should be hearing about the next one. But I've just now in the past month heard of Skate 4. That's insane, man. I put Skate 3 on any one of these channels, YouTube or Twitch, and there's still interest, and it's just... I don't know what's going on. It's either they don't want to just make $1 million profit, they want to stick with one game that they can find and make billions of dollars in profit. Maybe that's it. There's just not enough money in it. But go backwards. There's value in these games, and I love them. I love that, like I said, if you find yourself getting frustrated with online people, you know what I mean? Like, people try to get under your skin while you're trying to, you're competing against each other, so they're trying to beat you, and there might be some shit talking going on. But if you go and you turn it offline, or maybe you grab, a boxing game for the NES, and you can take a break, win a few times, and remind yourself that it's just a game. So we've gone through quite a few games, and this is I know that the game... I know that this live stream right now says that I'm playing Skate 3. This is just, it's just a really easy way for me to pop on the camera, we're live, and just have a discussion. I don't do takes. I don't want to talk into the camera, have a script or anything like that. I just like to let it roll and know the subject that I'm talking about. When it comes to retro games, that's an easy topic. And another sports game, I consider it a sports game, is pinball. I love the Pinball Arcade made by Farside. They didn't pay me to say that. Definitely check that out. And I'll say really quick why, because I am going to kind of round up here. This is on the PlayStation 2, right? We've got the Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb Collection. Very cool. It's a good selection. But this shows its date. Everything's so fuzzy, and they try to put the effect of glass over the top of the pinball, which it's just really kind of jarring. And when you're going from the Xbox One to the PlayStation 2, there are certain games that just are going to be just too much if you have just an outrageously better option. And the Pinball Arcade is that option for me every time. I love pinball. Up on the top left corner here, that's a picture of Level Up Arcade in Eugene. They have a great pinball selection, and just went there recently. Figured give them a shout out too. But You don't have any problems with the Pinball Arcade on the Xbox One. You don't have any attempt for the glass. Everything is just, it works great. Sometimes what's really cool, when you're playing a real pinball, there is a chance that the ball's going to get stuck somewhere. You're going to have to call the attendant. It glitches. It happens. And I've actually ran into that on The Bride of Pinbot on the arcade, which it wasn't like I got all mad going like, where the game broke. I was going, wow, this just effed up like a real table would. Like, where did the ball go? So I just wanted to say that, one, that's where I see the value in those sports games, and going back is you're challenging the computer, and if the game is good, it's a fun challenge and you get a win. If you find it's over too quick, put it on the next level. But I just wanted to go through that, kind of throw this video up there, mention I am ad-free now. Check out that video. I'm running an ad on other people that seem to find it cool to put 5 or 6, 7 ads in one 20-minute video. I'm serious too. There's if you have a 20-minute video and you hit that monetize, you're still going to get like 4 or 5 ads in just 20 minutes. Seinfeld didn't even do that. That's crazy. Like, I know you want your pennies and everything, but that's over the top, and I'm tired of losing my pennies to 5 seconds of a music from a song that I didn't even know was on Tunnel B1 for the PlayStation 1. So I'm done with that. You don't have to worry about that annoyance. If you do know, I do see the problem here, and I know it's going to hit in the comment section that there's a delay. There's a bit of the delay. The Xbox One is a little bit behind the webcam. If you do know how, I opened up my settings. I used OBS. I opened it up. I wasn't really sure how to find the delay, but go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know how to do that, and I'll try. But I'm definitely going to keep this. This is fun. This is how I do my live streams too. When I do have a game, we just turn it on. We talk. I do have less of them here on YouTube because these I don't like to have without running commentary. If you just want to see what I'm doing gaming wise and I'm just chilled back, check me over on Twitch, and that's where you'll probably see me. If I'm not talking, you can ask me a question or something and get a conversation going over there. But definitely don't write off the retro games. Don't write off the sports games, because right now that's what's really cheap. PSP games and the sports games, everybody throws them out, but you should scoop them up, because guess what everybody else is throwing out? Let me show you something that eventually will be absolutely awesome. Don't break stuff though. Now, shh. This is a channel secret. These, if you are around 32, 33, maybe 31, Prima strategy guides were awesome. I didn't have a lot of money. I had enough that once I could get the console, get like 5 games, finish those games, take them all in, trade, get 1 game, and then have to start spending what little money I had on actual gaming, getting the stuff. So Prima guides were out of the question. These things were $20, and that was out of my budget, like I said. But now I go into Goodwill or I go to St. Paul, any thrift store, go and check out their gaming section, because they basically market like a gaming magazine. They don't. This is a $20 book, Tomb Raider. I have the strategy guide full for Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 2, and I have Tomb Raider 2 on the PlayStation, and I have the Tomb Raider 2 on the PC. So as I'm starting to go through, and I've been going to the same place, guess what? Now they're starting to bundle their systems. They used to just have, like, you would go through the aisle for the electronics, and maybe you would see an Xbox, an original Xbox with the cords and a controller for maybe $15, right? But now they bundle them together, throw a controller in a game, and it's like $80. And you're going, okay, now that's not that's not the stuff to look at. Now back off of the consoles, back off of the handhelds, because they're just, the prices are going through the roof, but these have slipped through the cracks. These are still, if you're watching this and you got a thrift store, go, and you should have Prima guides, $1.99 each. And don't let them be like, let them see that you're buying up just this and try to raise the price on you. Look at the price first and make sure that you're going to get that deal. But these should be cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. And that's what retro gaming is all about. Buying cheap games and maybe possibly getting something awesome in a bundle, or seeing something that somebody doesn't really know what they have and lucking out. Don't screw the person, but you know, you'll get a better deal than maybe Joe Blow did, and you'll feel better about yourself. But I love retro gaming. I wanted to try this out. I'll probably review this and see if I'll keep it up or just pull this down immediately. But I think this has been a fun gaming discussion, and I'm your Rambling Gamer, and I'm going to sign off. Please like and subscribe, and I see there was 2 people hanging out. Thank you. And I'll see you guys again.